What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
Thank you very much for joining me. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. This is Two Gun Pixie's Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. This isn't a full review series, but more or less like bullet points as to why myself, 2DP partner Tom Vulo, my wife, or any of the 20-sided warriors may have enjoyed a game that's hit the table. And today I want to talk about a Ravensburger title, and I do want to specify that since there are a couple of different titles, a couple of different companies pulling from the same franchise for Back to the Future. So yes, this is the Ravensburger. So please let's not get confused. Now, honestly, this really pulls from everything. I found this to be doing a great job pulling from the entire Back to the Future trilogy, the entire franchise, and putting it into, cramming it, fitting it very well, mind you, into a board game format. I like the sort of what-if style where you're in control of things. Biff has biffed everything up through time, as he did in the trilogy, and now you are going to stop it. You're going to put an end to it. Doc and Marty are going to have to travel through the different time zones in order to put things right, because they got biffed up, as I said. And it does a really good, beautiful job of capturing the entire feel, the energy, and the story of the Back to the Future trilogy. Like I said, all in one beautiful box. Thematically, this game is on point. It's very engaging. Thematically speaking, it's going to pull you in, not just because of the representations of everything that's happened throughout the movie that you're going to be playing through, but also the components of the game are really cool. They're really nice. I love the little DeLoreans that you're going to be driving through the different time periods. They look cool. It's fun. I mean, hey, it's on point, as I said, right? And it uses stand-up standees, right? Instead of plastic pieces or just pawns. And they do a great job. You know, I'm not really hardcore when it comes to plastic minis or cardboard standees or even the thin plastic standees. As long as it looks good, I'm happy with it. And it does. It looks good. All the art in the game is very fun, refreshing art to see. It kind of pulls a little bit from some, maybe some 1950s art styles. I'm not really sure. That's the kind of feel I get when I look at it. But yeah, the components work really well together to just trigger your mind into feeling like you've been pulled into this time periods. Yeah, speaking of pulled through the time periods, it does a really good job, I think, of representing the different time periods, or the years that affected the movies. You have them all represented here, and there's going to be different things, different missions to do and collect in each of these time periods, and something that makes it a little bit fun, a little bit tough. Besides, looking nice, having their own boards and everything, is Biff. Each time period, and appropriately so, right? Each time period has its own Biff. And each Biff is biffing things up in their own special, unique way. They make great NPC antagonists in the board game. It works really well that they use this system for it. And not only does it work well for the rules, but again, thematically, it's completely on point. This game doesn't feel like it's just been skinned onto a couple of mechanics at all. It really does come through to me as its own unique game. There's so many different possibilities. Just like the timelines, right? There's so many different possibilities that can occur during the game, and the event cards that can change things up, that it really does bring a strong feel of replayability to this game. And that's one of the things every company wants you to feel about a game they publish, right? They want you to remember it. They want you to replay it as much as possible. Oh, and I guess talk about it. Make videos about it. Show pictures about it. But yes, replayability of this game is very high on that. You're not going to feel like... See, okay. So on the one hand, you're going to feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. Let's be honest. You're playing through several different time periods, years, trying to stop biffing things up. But what I mean is the actions that are going to happen, the strategies that are going to be needed, what you're going to be doing from one game to the other is going to be different, is going to be unique, adding to the replayability. Yeah. I also find that this game, although it's luck of the draw, right? You're building your hand, or you're drawing the cards, the events, it is a bit luck of the draw. But because there are ways to control it and change it by using different actions, that's going to make it feel, again, a little bit more replayable, but it's also just going to add another depth to it. And although this game has rather simple rules, it's not very hard to learn. There's a lot of iconography in the game, so as soon as your eye picks up on that, you'll remember it after a game or two. But before even the first game's out, you'll remember all the iconography. And it's also simple. The good rules. It makes it easy to play. It makes you want to play this game more. And if it didn't have a good balance between luck and strategy, you wouldn't want to play it as much, regardless of how much replayability it has. But it does. It's got a lot of both. I think this game is going to be a good game, obviously for fans, right? If you are a fan of the franchise, this is the kind of game that you're going to be looking forward to have. If you're a collector of things that have to do with Back to the Future, you want this. Why are you watching this video? You probably already have it. But open it up. It's a good game to play. And if you don't want to open it up, buy a second copy. But no, you play the game. Now, I think that more seasoned players, although they'll enjoy it, I don't think this is going to be a go-to game. I don't think it's going to be the kind of game you're going to plan a whole game night around. But you'll have fun with it. I think with families and fans of the game is where this is really going to shine. And this is really where we're going to find a lot more sessions of it being replayed is with those two groups. But hey, if you've watched the video this far through, I think you're a little bit more than interested. So, don't worry about what I say or anyone else says. Go watch some playthroughs. That's always going to be the best way to find out if a game is something that you and your buddies are going to enjoy. So go watch some playthroughs of Back to the Future, Dice Through Time, and then come over here and let us know what you think.